Hi, my name is Greg. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We're in Lumberton, New Jersey at the Air Victory Museum.
Well, my name is John Suttles. I'm a volunteer here at the New Jersey Air Victory Museum. And mostly what I do is take people around and explain different things about the airplane. I can give you little anecdotes about some of the planes,
Okay.
and so on and so forth. We'll start right up here at the front. We have these two simulators. The one on the left is a flight simulator that's used in general aviation. They built them in 1960 through the 1980s sometime, and then they stopped building them. But in some places, some flight schools still use a simulator like this. They use a simulator, and you have to qualify in the simulator before they'll let you in an airplane. And the reason for that is if you make a mistake, nobody ever died crashing a simulator.
Yeah.
Although it might have caused them to sweat a lot. The one over here on the right is actually a historical artifact. This goes back to 1930, and this is how the Army Air Corps trained its pilots in instrument flying. You get inside that thing, you close the door, and you pull the hood over. You got to turn the light on. You can't see anything outside the simulator. Now, an instructor would operate this machinery over here. It would cause the thing to bob up and down, nose up and down, bank, spin, the whole enchilada. And he would throw things at you, and you had to keep the airplane flying straight and level because your controls in the simulator would counter.
I see that.
His control right over there.
Yeah, I see all those controls underneath.
Yeah, that's the mechanics that makes the simulator drive. People have actually gotten sick in those because they get disoriented. And if JFK had been flying his instruments instead of his eyeballs, he would have be alive today because he got disoriented in the dark and he wasn't flying by instrument. So his plane banked enough so where it lost enough lift against gravity to actually nose over and dive into the ocean. He couldn't recover in time. It wasn't supposed to be a night flight, but that's what you train for. Night flight, you fly your instruments.
So this one's similar, am I right?
Yes.
Okay,
The difference is and this one, the instructor sits in that little white chair and operates that control panel on the back of the. This is a bit more sophisticated than this one. This one is nicknamed the Blue Canoe. And
see the control panel.
They were still using a version of that in the 1960s to train pilots in instrument flying.
Okay. And what about this one over to the right?
This simulator simulates the control panel of a small Cessna. It used to work, it broke down, and we haven't found anybody who can help us fix it.
Not even the Air Force?
Pardon? No.
Not even the Air Force can help
Not even, no. Well, the Air Force doesn't operate anything this primitive.
Oh, okay.
This is a simulator for a light aircraft, like the Cessna 172 you saw parked out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right? But all the controls worked, and this is all analog stuff.
All analog.
Yes. Which means you have dials and gauges with moving needles and whatever, and the controls operate the same way you would do mixture control, throttle, and the switches that turn on all the different components, like your nav lights and your anti-collision lights and stuff like that.
And you said it doesn't work anymore, right?
It doesn't work anymore, but we used to have people lined up to use this.
Oh, okay.
When it did work. And you can see the yoke and the pedals operate just like they would in a real aircraft.
Okay.
But it's like any flight simulator. You can crash it, but and still walk away. But what you need is a computer model of what the aircraft does.
Okay.
They're still trying to figure out an accurate computer model to teach airline pilots how to make water landings in an emergency.
Oh, really? Okay.
They use most of the model for that from Captain Sullenberg's adventure when he landed in the Hudson.
Oh, okay.